Hello everybody and welcome to One Player. Today, no, this isn't another April Fool's joke, I promise. I'm going to show you something using just a single deck of cards. But this is kind of like a double, that wasn't very good. There is this kind of a double header because look at what I found as I was moving board game rooms. You can see I'm on this like kind of less than ideal plain white table, but soon enough it will be upholstered and customized and whatnot. I built it out of an old drafting table and hopefully soon enough it'll become the board game table of my dreams. For now, I'm just going to find creative ways to cover it up, and this is one of them. Now this is Kling, which are a set of windproof magnetic steel playing cards with this handy dandy metallic, or as you can probably see, these kind of magnets embedded in the board. So you get these steel playing cards which do literally stick to the board. They're not immovable, obviously, but they, look at that. That's great. Anyway, I'm not going to use these because they're less tactile, and they're a bit honestly, they're a bit sharp. I'm afraid that I might cut myself, so I don't want to gore anybody out. So what we will play with is these nice cards, and what we are going to play is a game called GridCannon. This rule set is posted for free. I will link it below. The gentleman who made these rules and actually posted the kind of prototype to, or the posted his original playthrough to YouTube. I'll link that as well in the description. It says, you know, you can take these rules and edit them and whatnot. Come up with a different name. I prefer in these times of you know, uncertainty. There's a little revolutionary air around the place. I'm gonna crown this 52 card revolution, because the aim of the game is to find and kill all of the royals, all of the face cards, and so we are gonna do just that. I'll show you how to set it up and we'll get right into the game. Okay, so to set up a game of, I'm so bad at that. Okay, so to set up a game of, I can't do that at all. I'm no casino dealer. To set up a game of 52 card revolution, I suppose it should be called 54 card revolution because there's jokers in here. But to set up a game of GridCannon, what we're going to do is deal 9 cards into a 3x3 grid. So I will get started doing that. If we pull any royals, we're actually going to set them to the side. And I'll show you why in just a moment. Oh wow, lots of royals. That's fine, that's a good thing to start with. And if we pull any aces or jokers, we're also going to set those to the side as well. Now we have our grid. We're going to take the royals that we pulled and we're going to place them next to the most similar card. So similar in this game means the highest card of the same suit. So for example, this jack would go to this 9. I probably should have kept them in order. Maybe I should. I probably should have kept them in order, but you know, whatever. This jack is going to go next to this 9 of hearts. We can put them either here or here. Doesn't really matter. We're going to put the king of hearts there, the queen of hearts here, queen of spades here, and the queen of clubs over here. Now you can see I've set this ace to the side as well. Let me find a place to put them. I'm going to put my power cards up here. The aces and the jacks give us special abilities, which I'll cover in a moment. The goal, as mentioned, is to kill the royals. How do we do that? Well, we set off or trigger a cannon or an attack by placing a card opposite the royals. So for example, if I wanted to try to kill, assassinate, be done with, behead, whatever, this jack of hearts, I would have to place a card on this pile here. It would fire the cannon this way, and to kill the jack I need a score of 11. So that means that these two cards, if I'm again firing the cannon from this direction, these two cards must add up to 11. Now fortunately they do, they add up to 18, so we've got a pretty good shot at killing this jack. However, the only way I can place cards down is if my card that I draw is higher or equal to the card already on that stack. So if I wanted to kill this jack, I unfortunately could not with this 6 because there's an 8 there. The other thing to know is the only way we can kill queens is if the two cards are of the same color as the queen, and the only way we can kill kings is if the two cards are of the same suit. So to kill this king of hearts, great, we've got a 9 of hearts here. The queen, I should say, jack is worth 11, queen is worth 12, king is worth 13. So we're 9 points away, or sorry, we're 4 points away from already having enough to kill this king by placing a card over here. However, this too is not going to do us any favors because it's not enough and it's not a heart. I think I'm explaining this okay. Stop me if I'm not, and well, obviously leave me a comment and tell me by 3 minutes in that I was making absolutely no sense. So we draw a card and we find a place to put it on the grid. In this case, I'm thinking that this wouldn't be a terrible place to put a 6, although I also don't want to raise this 3 too much because it could be useful for me to place lower cards going forwards, and it's not going to be helpful to these 2 queens, which obviously are both black. So maybe I'll put it here. Yeah, we'll see. Next card, it's a 6 of spades. So actually, it's much more useful because I will put it here, and then we have 2 black cards leading to this queen and 2 black cards leading to this queen, both adding up to more than 12. So if I can place a card here, which I obviously can, it's a 2, and a card here, again, it's obviously 2, so I can place both, I can kill these queens. And it's a 2, so that will do just fine. I'm going to place it here, and we're going to flip over this queen. She has been beheaded, and 1 out of 12 royals are down and out. We pull another royal, and so we get to place him, again, using the same placement rule from the setup, either next to the highest card of the most similar suit. We will place him. If I place him here, it's going to be harder to kill him. Even though there's 15 already, I'm going to have to beat this 8. And I kind of like this 8 being here because it's helping assassinate this queen. So I'm going to place him here, and I can just, if I bump this up, it doesn't matter what the suit is or the color is for jacks. We can kill them with any card. It's only the queens and the kings we need to worry about in that regard. So I like the thought of placing this here, and let's get rid of this jack, shall we? So that's, oh no, I still can't. It's only 10. Never mind. I made a boo-boo. Now, I could get rid of this queen here by placing this there. However, it's going to make killing this king even harder because I need to find an 8 of hearts, which is already out, a 9 of hearts, or a 10 of hearts, and those are the only way that I could actually get... Oh, and the 9 of hearts is obviously out as well, so I'm going to be able to only place a 10 of hearts on here, and I don't think that's what I want to do. So, I guess what I'll do is just place it here and make the lowest increment of increase. Yeah, that made sense. I will, though, place this 5 here. It's not great, but it's not terrible, and it gives me enough to kill the king if I get a 5 of hearts, and it'll kill this queen, because we're shooting this way, scoring of 16. An ace. The special power cards. So the ace allows me to grab an entire stack and just replace it with the card that I've drawn. The stack goes to the bottom of my draw pile, which is helpful because once I run out of cards, that's game over. So the ace allows me to essentially grab a stack that's probably high, like this one, or something that I've built up and used a lot of cards on, and recycle it back through my deck. Very helpful. The Joker, when we come across it, I'll show you, you get to take 1 card, only just the top card from a pile, and put it on a different pile. So that can be helpful in attacks, but yeah, that's about it. Ooh, a 10 of diamonds. Interesting. Now, if we play this right, it could be quite helpful. I tell you why. If I place it here, see, we haven't pulled the king of diamonds yet, so likely when he comes out, we're going to have to place him here. Potentially, it could be that we place a diamond somewhere else and he goes somewhere else. But if I place the 10 of diamonds here, that means whatever I place here to kill him will already be able to, as long as these stacks remain the same. That's my thinking anyway. I will place this here too, and that gives us an 11 in order to kill this jack. This 9 is nice and helpful. Now we've got a bit of a conundrum, haven't we? Because this 9 could go here and go towards this queen, but then by replacing this, I then have to start again on this queen. So actually we've got a difficult play here, but that is what I'm going to do, I think. It's also making this cut, whatever comes here, quite difficult to kill too. But we've still got all our powers to go, so I'm not too worried about it just yet. This spades card is not helpful whatsoever. So we'll place it there. That's the only way it can go. This 3, unfortunately, I cannot place at all. So now we have a choice to make. We can either play one of our power cards. That loses us some points in the end game. So the end game, you score essentially how many power cards you didn't use after you've killed all the royals. So we can use a power card and get rid of a stack and just put this 3 down. That might be what I do. However, we can also add it to a royal as armor, and that adds the number of the card to their score. So for example, if I were to add it to this jack, I would now need 14 to kill this jack. 11 plus 3 being 14. I think you can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. So I will do that because luckily we've already got 18 lined up to kill him, and that's not terrible. So as long as we can put something on here, and again, that would kill the queen and the jack in one, that's not terrible. Got another power card, so we'll save that. A jack of spades. Interesting. Where do we want to place him then? Probably right here. Now let's go here. I don't know. 7 of hearts. That's a good card for us because we can place it here, and we've now got enough to kill this king with 16. 6 of hearts. We are going to place that. Well, you know what? We'll place it right here. 6 triggers this 7 and 9, so 16 says goodbye to the king here, and 5 and 6 adds up to 11 and kills that jack. Not a bad turn. 3. Again, we can't really do anything with this. I am tempted. What cards have we got in here? 3, 6, 7, 10. We've got 2 9s here, if I'm not mistaken. I would really like this. Oh no, but I'm lining this up, so I don't want to interrupt that, actually. Shall I play an ace and replace? That's good. Yes, I will. So I'm going to flip over an ace here to let me know that I've used it. These go down to the bottom, and I'm going to place my 3 in their place. And that way I can continue the game, and I've got some higher cards going to cycle through my deck eventually. The Joker. So this is the reassignment card where we can move one top card to another. So for example, where's a good place that I would do this right now? Oh, I don't know. I could move this one here, and it would trigger this. You know, it has to be a legal move, so the 7 has to go on something lower than it, but I could reassign the 7 to the 6. I might do that now. Well, let's leave it. Let's leave it for now and just play it through. A 10, that's a great card. I like the idea of placing it here. It helps me on the way to this Queen of Hearts. It kills this Queen of Diamonds with a score of 15, and with a score of 18, it kills this 14 level jack. So I will do that. And now, of course, we don't, once we've killed both the adjacent royals, we don't care how high this card goes. So for example, this card can go as high as I want. Doesn't matter because I've already killed this one and this one. So I can push this up to a 10 as much as I want. We've got our 4th and final power card. We've got some royals still hiding in the back, haven't we? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 royals still in this deck, so that's a little nerve-wracking. We are probably going to have to use some power cards to get the big cards back that we've already played. We've got a 7, and thus... Oh, you know what? We're going to need to get rid of this, aren't we? We only have... We've got our 9 of hearts already out, and we've got our 10 of hearts already out, so I cannot place anything on this to kill this, to be able to kill this queen. Oh, no, of course, I don't need it to be the same suit, so actually this is fine. So if I place this here, she's dead. All right, never mind. Talking rubbish. And 5, 6, 11 to kill the jack. Now then, we have reached a situation where there are no living royals. Hooray! There are no living royals. What we do now is just simply draw cards until we find a royal. Those drawn cards go back to the bottom of our deck, so we don't have to like keep playing and just like cycle ourselves to death. That would be unfortunate. Now then, this King of Spades, there's really no place for him to go, is there? He's a spade, so it's a black card. There's no spades on the corners anymore. There's no clubs on the corners, which would be the lowest down. So actually, we've only got hearts or diamonds, and so the highest one to that is going to be this 10 of hearts, which is actually pretty good because we've got the 9 of clubs. Oh, sorry, the 9 of spades right here. This is going to have to go though. We're going to need to find the 10 of spades, which I suppose is probably still in our deck somewhere. Yes, it is. 7 of diamonds then. Well, that's okay. We don't really mind. Again, we can place it on one of the one of the corners that's already been used, can't we? So this is fine, for example. 8 is going to go... Gosh, these cards are getting higher and higher. What royals don't we have? Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to flip them back over. I was going to think, what royals don't we have? I think we're still missing some clubs, because I'm thinking, like, do I want to place this 8 here, or should I'll place it on the corner, just to be safe. An 8 of spades, very nice. I think what I'm going to do is play I'm going to play another ace, remove this pile, and put my 8 of spades right there. Then we've got enough 17 to get this out of the way. Should be able to draw a 10. Hello, nice of you to join us, King of Clubs. I thought you were hanging about somewhere. Let's place you up here with the 8, the highest. And here's the 10 of spades. Very nice indeed. Now, my first instinct is to place it right here to kill this King of Spades, but of course then that would make it, I would only be able to trigger the King of Clubs by getting the 10 of Clubs, and I don't want to have to necessarily rely on that. So I'm going to place it here. Again, we don't need this for anything else, and it just adds 1 to the score, so it's not hurting us anyway. King of Diamonds, very nice of you to join us also. All the kings are coming out in the final round. Here's one last knave, and we don't have enough to kill him yet, so we're going to have to find a nice high diamond to put here. That will help us both ways. A joker, that's our final power card. We've got an 8 of clubs, which is very nice. I think I'll place that on this 8 right there. 4 of clubs, which wouldn't be enough. If I swapped it for this pile, it wouldn't be enough still, because the king is worth 13, and that would only be 12. Where do I put him? Do I add him to the jack? Make the jack a 15? Or do I just place it here? Probably just place it here. We need a higher diamond here anyway, so. 4 of hearts. Interesting. We're not having a great amount of luck, are we? What I might do is play one of my jokers here. Let's draw one more card and see what happens. It's a 10, so I like that, and I think I am going to play that here. Do I have any more 10s though? That's the question. Yes, I've got 2 more 10s in my deck to get this king out of here, so now I've got enough to get him. And I've got enough to get this jack as long as I can place another 9 down, which I think I've got 2 more 9s as well. Oh no, I've only got 1 more 9. No, I don't have any 9s. Ooh. Okay, so I need to be careful then. Both my 10s need to go here. This would only give me a score of 12, so I need another high diamond. Okay, we're gonna have to be careful here. Oof, that's okay, we can actually afford to place this here, can't we? Because making this 14 jack, we've got 14 available to kill him. This 6, however, not so much. So I will in fact play another ace. That's 3 of them played. And I will scoop up this stack, put my 6 down, and kill this jack plus his armor. 7 of spades will go, because it doesn't really matter as long as I can place it down. I really just need some high diamonds. I need some high diamonds now. Haha. Well, I tell you what, this goes here. Now that I know I've got 2 9s cycling back through, I know I can trigger both of these and kill the final 2 kings, so I think we'll be fine. This is 18, so we can actually afford to add armor to the king. It makes him a 16 king, but we should be fine. This 6 is not going to be like that, and so I think I'm going to have to flip my final ace to replace a stack. So that's my aces all done. Now I've only got reassignments, which is a little nerve-wracking, but I suppose I could just do this and not have to wait for the 10, couldn't I? That was a 9 card, wasn't it? Yeah, so there's no benefit either way. Okay. That's pretty bad. Well, now I need to reassign a card, don't I? I'm going to if I reassign this one, then I won't be able to kill my king. So I need to find a card that's less than 5. Oh no, I don't have any. So this king is going to become an 18 as well, and then I need to boost this diamond up. Ooh, that's tricky, isn't it? I suppose what I'll do is place this here, then I use a reassign. I'll move this 7 here, and then I've got 17. Okay, yes. Crisis evaded. 8 in the corner, then we've got a 9, to kill these two, King of Clubs with 18 and King of Spades with 19. Yeah, with 19. And then we've got, oh yes, we've got a 9 to score 17 to kill the King of Diamonds. And with 2 cards remaining, Viva la Revolution, we have defeated the Royals, and we've moved ourselves into a new era. Fantastic. Only just. But we managed to scoot it on by. That is GridCannon. That is 54 card Revolution. And I hope you've enjoyed it. This is a great little game. Really, there's a little, you know, enough decisions to keep it interesting. You can lose it. It's tricky, especially with the 6 power cards. I think if you were to try to make it harder, you could probably remove some of these. So take out 2 of the aces, for example, maybe that, you know, has you've got 2 of each instead of 6. I really like the armor, the way that it kind of adds. You're not just like losing points. You're making your enemies tougher, which is kind of cool. And yeah, that's GridCannon. Shout out to the designer again. I'll put the links down below so you can watch the video of him playing it and read the rules for yourself on the website. And that's gonna be it from me. By the way, these cards are part of another game by the name of Carte Rouge. I have the box right here, and this is kind of like a puzzle cipher game, kind of like a story told through these cards. So you'll see each of the royals especially have all of these runes and designs and ciphers on. There's some pigpen code here and some runic letters and some replacements, all sorts of different codes. I've got probably like 2 cards into it figuring out what I'm supposed to be actually looking at, but apparently there is a whole story to be told in this deck of cards. If you would like me to play through, or if you'd like to help me, I should say, play through that, I would love to on the channel. It would probably be a longer series, given that there's a lot of little tiny details that I need to figure out what they all mean. Like this guy, for example, is just a whole bunch of gobbledygook, and yeah, that's the fun, I guess. That's the challenge. But yeah, if you want to see that on the channel, leave me a comment. Give GridCannon a play. Let me know what you think. Give a shout out to Tom to let him know you played it as well. And that's gonna be it from me. Yeah, drop me a like, leave me a comment. If you want to see Carte Rouge, let me know. We can definitely get that going. And hopefully the next time you see this this beautiful brand new board gaming table, it's upholstered and ready for just a whole bunch of other giant games that I haven't been able to fit on the channel, because usually I've been playing on my dining table and we have to eat as a family, unfortunately. But yeah, now that I've got my own dedicated space, oh boy, we're bringing out the big guns. I'm talking like those overnight games, those Wings of Glory that we can sit down here and play together. That is gonna be it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you later.